Okay.
Sheriff, heads up, we're taking this live. It's going to be live.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, let me know. I just want to brief you early. Okay. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, I'm Sheriff Don Sal, Grimes County Sheriff. I just want to brief all of y'all on the latest updates. We have finished about the 5th round of ground searches with dogs, manpower, and aerial, helicopter, other sources. We have not found anything. As I told y'all earlier, we had a couple of land areas that were concerning with dog scent. We checked them again. We've gone over and over and over. And Mr. Tim Miller with Texas EquuSearch will kind of brief you on what they have done with the other teams to go over what we've gone over last night, yesterday, today. And we have drained the one pond of interest. It might have been of concern. We finished that about 35, 40 minutes ago. The child was not found in the pond, which is good news. It was a concern. We had to deduct that from the possibilities of. And so that's really all I have. We're reconning back here, as you see, to go to Plan B for the evening. We'll be running people through here at night like we did last night. We'll have another team coming in the morning. We have our investigators working on parts of this case. We have our searchers working on parts of it. We have our documenters documenting everything, and we're trying to keep you folks informed. I do not have any more information on anything. There's been no tips. There's been no rumors. There's been no facts come up that give us anything to go on. I'm not saying we're concluding anything. I'll say we're staying here till we find him, however long that takes. We welcome y'all. The crew earlier, I said, please let the media do our voice, tell the public. We have an organized structure of searchers, a really confined area, largely wooded. The volunteers have really been wonderful about wanting to come out, but we have to kind of keep it toned down to not let it get confusing, especially for the dogs and the searchers. This is still a rescue. It is not a recovery. Some people asked me that a while ago. This to be crystal clear. We're still looking for that young man. We're just conducting a process of elimination of all the things of interest. Now, that's about all I know at this time. Is there any questions I may ask? If not, Mr. Miller would like to say a few words. Yes, ma'am.
You were there when the mother was speaking with us. And
yes, ma'am.
Kind of alluding to that
She's
have taken her child. Is there any evidence, tire marks, or anything to indicate that this may be an abduction?
Ma'am, she was saying that. Bless her heart, she had emotions running rampant, as you saw. She was just, and she felt that way. But we have absolutely no facts, no clues, no evidence of that being true. We've canvassed the area with houses that have cameras. We've pinpointed the times. We've pinpointed phone calls. The partners, law enforcement partners, for example, included invited FBI to come in, Rangers, state police, local law enforcement, my agency, our investigators, Homeland Security. We've got a team of colleagues that is just phenomenal in the law enforcement side. So every avenue of resources are being used, and until that is proven, we got something to go on. But we've not got any 911 calls, no Crime Stoppers tips, no snitching from the underworld at this point.
How concerned are you that you're now into the second night and as you said, you have
Very. But we're not going to leave till we find him or find some conclusion.
You were talking about a body of water that you drained
Yeah.
earlier. Are there any other bodies of water?
We had a couple of small ones. We had a couple of small ones in the region area. They were checked out. We've had dive teams last night and today. They searched last night in long detail. And we drained it today, the one larger one. The smaller ones, they were more clearer. They were checked out, nothing there. A couple of above ground swimming pools, they were already checked out yesterday. So we've like I said, the searchers have gone this way, overlap. This gentleman here's team has done that with us. So that's the tactical explanation I have so far. You know, the question you had about persons of interest, we're looking at anybody that might be a person of interest right now. With our colleagues and the FBI on down and on up and everybody in between, we got a team of multi-agency investigators that are working on anything that may be factual. But any other questions?
Sheriff, let me ask you right now, knowing everything that you know right now, what do you think most likely happened?
I don't know. I got to be honest with you. We've checked out everything from chasing a dog, maybe getting in the woods. Unfortunately, we thought, sadly, he may have gone to that lake last night, yesterday evening. Fortunately, we processed elimination, pumping that thing out, is not there. That's good news. I'm not going to surmise. I just think everybody's prayers and thoughts should be continuing. Still a rescue at this point. Does that answer that? Okay. I don't know what else to say. Scout's honor. Yes,
I
ma'am.
heard you guys went house by house.
House by house, barn by barn, storage building by storage building. Houses on blocks, we went under there. It's a wooded area, partly rural, partly suburbia, surrounded by rural. I think we've scared every deer, coyote, rabbit to go elsewhere. We've checked every rabbit trail that could, to use the phrase rabbit trail, as you could find, from house to house to house. And then we overlapped that and cross-checked them. So,
Sheriff, can you clarify the number of bodies of water that you all searched?
3, the main one was the one we just drained from yesterday. We started this evening, but a couple of little small, and then there's a couple of above ground pools that were not functional but had water in. We checked everything that could be checked out.
And lastly, with all, essentially you're saying every stone has been turned over, correct? Is there
Unless I missed a stone, we're going to find it tomorrow or tonight. We'll keep. But
is there any suggestion though of expanding the search in any way?
well, we have expanded it, surrounded a little bit more. Nothing much, but mainly we returned back to the origin this morning to start over again. The experts, this gentleman here and his teams and others, have cross-checked that. Valid information, something I want our resources to be used properly and effectively. Manpower and support equipment, and we don't have anything that takes us out of here yet, or hopefully not. Maybe we can find it here.
This is a continuing search.
He ran away from.
Sir?
What's the exact house that the boy ran away from? Which one is it on the street on Deer Park Lane?
It's a structure with a fence in front facing south. Boy has a fence around it. They return home. There's a couple other ones on each side of it, some across from it. Just a modern structure there.
This is a continuing search. You guys are not.
I'm sorry?
This is a continuing search. Overnight, you guys will be searching for him.
Yeah, yes ma'am. We did that last night. We'll continue tonight. We'll have another team come in the morning.
How many people do you have searching for the kid?
I think there's probably, if I had to estimate, the command center has an exact number, but I try not to bother them on things like that. But I would say 125, easy. That's not counting. That's law enforcement, including organized groups like Texas EquuSearch and others, their colleagues. So I say 125, 150, easy. And then we have teams that relieve these guys and ladies, come back fresh in the morning. Any other questions for me? If not, I want to introduce Mr. Tim Miller with Texas EquuSearch.
Yeah, Sheriff and I have spent a lot of time together, and we're certainly agreeing on a couple things. Well, one for sure we agree on, we know where he's not. And as long as we know where he's not, we're holding on to that hope that he's okay up there and we're going to get him back. As the sheriff says, there's no evidence of foul play. There's no evidence that he left on his own. So we've got one fact. The fact is that he's missing. We don't know how far a little 3-year-old could go, and really we don't know what happened. You know, there's been a lot of speculation and stuff, but it goes back to the facts that we don't know. We don't have anything. I don't know, and we'll have this figured out in a little bit, how many square acres, how many square miles and stuff have been searched today, and over search, and when we're out there searching, actually law enforcement is with us in case we find something that could be a little bit of evidence. It could be anything. So the sheriff makes sure that there's law enforcement out there with our searchers. We're leaving our command center here. We're going to be out tomorrow, and we're going to be doing some recon, going over some things, and we have to spread this out. We always start the last place a person was seen and spread out from there. I think the question came to me and the sheriff both is how long are you going to be here until we find him or until we just run out of every resource possible. And so again, we're holding on to the hope. We're certainly ate up with fear, to say the worst, but we're here. Nobody's going anywhere, and I think we've got all the experience that's needed in something like this. We've got all the dedication. All we need now is just that tiny little bit of luck to go ahead and bring them back. And
as I've said before, and Tim and I talked about this a moment ago, I want to express again, and he echoed that, I can't thank the media enough for all that y'all do to get the message out, to get the truthful message out, because I've given you everything I know. I'm not holding anything back because I don't have anything. What I have, I'll give it to you when I get it. But you get the media to tell the public, so we get rid of rumors, propaganda, and third-class opinions. We want to deal with facts. And we agreed to that a while ago, that we both appreciate our experiences with the media, to the positive. Y'all are our voices to let the public know. And hopefully, like you said a while ago, maybe somebody watching that knows something will call in to 911, Grimes County Sheriff's Office, social media. We're watching every kind of social media we oversee, Facebooks, etc. So nothing's come up so far. That's where we're at now. But really thank you guys and ladies for what you do, and I think we hit that a while ago.
Yeah, and also, I think the media can be so very helpful in this, and if there's any viewers out there that's seen something 5 miles from here and a vehicle pulled up into an area or something, and they just didn't think anything about it at that time, think about it now, call. We will follow every single, even small possibility on getting him located. So we're in this together. We're in here for the long haul, and I believe God's worked many miracles in our lives before, and we're asking him one more time.
You talked about miles. What is the search like? I don't know, like square feet?
Who knows who this, how far myself in my experience is, who knows how far? Can we get a tip that, like I said, is 5 miles away, 10 miles away, something? Who knows at this point? We're hoping them calls come in and everyone will be followed up no matter how many miles at this point in time.
I was asking about the search area.
Oh, today, we don't know, we're going to add up the square miles, the square acres and all that kind of stuff. And again, we know where he's not.
1.5 square mile area to start with, we branched out.
Yeah.
So the neighborhood is a variety of houses here, 5-acre tracts, residential, wooded, so particularly wooded, some clearings, and kind of a rural neighborhood.
Tim, the sheriff was asked this question. You've searched for a lot of people. Is your gut telling you anything right now?
Yeah, I don't like what's going on, and time's not on our side, of course. And again, we know where he's not, and I don't want to think about the possibilities, and we've seen them before, but we've seen miracles before too, and we're just hoping that magical call, that lead comes in, something comes in to get us where we need to go, get him back safe. But if something has happened to him, we need to get him located as soon as possible so they can determine what happened, so there will be evidence and stuff, and then the case can move forward. We're hoping that we don't get that call.
Yeah.
We're hoping we get the one that we can get it back safely. So we're in this together for the long haul, and let's hope it's not a long haul.
Exactly.
Yep.
Any other questions we can give you all answers for? Yes, ma'am.
Have the family phones been searched?
I'm sorry?
Have family phones been searched?
Yes, ma'am. All that's part of the team of investigators are doing their thing, which includes that. and many other check-in backgrounds, check-in alibis, check-in all the things you're talking about. The FBI partners, state partners, and our partners are working on that in one group, and the searchers are in another group with these folks and others to make that support. Kind of a coalition of colleagues of all different, and y'all are part of that colleague coalition to get to, like Tim said, maybe somebody saw something, but to this day, to this moment, I've got no phone call, nothing. So maybe your messages can get something out on that. And of course, the thoughts and prayers, keep it going for everybody. Family appreciates, Preacher was over there with them a while ago. Family expressed their appreciation so much for everybody. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you?